On February the 3rd, 2023, some residents in Ibadan protested over the harsh economic situation in the country. The roads leading to Agodi Gate area was barricaded, while tires were burnt on the roads and a commercial bank was actually vandalized. Joining us from Oyo State is the special advisor to the Oyo State Governor on Security, Mr. Fatai Owesheni, to discuss more on this and that development. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on the program.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me.
Well, apparently that riot broke out in Ibadan is as a result of a mixed bag of issues, and from fuel scarcity to the issue of the Naira scarcity and maybe other things. How did things just escalate so quickly in the ancient city?
I should just first correct something. Okay. That wasn't the riot. You put it right before a protest, which did not last for more than 2-3 hours. Yes, some fellows started from the Iwo Road, and they marched towards the government secretariat. And of course, I actually joined them in order to identify the characters that made up the protest. And I can't say that most of them, 90%, are hoodlums who wanted to take advantage of whatever protest that started to harass people. And as it came out, I can also tell you that the security agencies reacted, came out promptly, and that was why even between the secretariat and Total Garden, then Agodi, where they made bonfire, within a period of an hour, the bonfires were cleared and they thinned out because as they were pursued, those hoodlums ran away. Yes, there was a situation at Wema Bank, Agodi, which for now, I wouldn't have known whether there was a provocation where the bank was attacked. But this thing was just something that in some other part of Ibadan, because I personally drove around, they didn't even know things were happening, except for the fact that people had to put leaves in front of their car, as usual, with whatever that happened in this country. So it was something that within a very short time, it was checked and put in control.
It's apparently a protest that turned a bit violent, and gladly, according to you, it was put under control. But let's look at the governor made a broadcast, addressed the state, and made some statement that day. Now, besides some of probably remedial measures that were put in place, what has the state done to forestall any breakdown of law and order going forward? Because we're in election season.
You have to remember that it's not just an Ibadan thing. There have been intelligence reports spread all over the country. In Benin, they had protested before, Bauchi, Gombe, in some other places. So it's not an Oyo State thing. It's just like when things happen in Ibadan, it seems as if everybody focused attention. And like you've said, His Excellency, Governor Seyi Makinde, in order to let the people know that he feels the pulse of the people, suspended his campaign, made a statewide broadcast in which he emphatically said that violence is highly condemnable. So while the state won't stop any peaceful protests, the state has made it clear that anything violence that turns to criminality will be firmly dealt with. And that is the situation where we are. The security commanders, the head of all the security agencies, they've been meeting, and the focus is to be proactive, and that is why the whole state has been sectorized. It's like what happened this morning when some people want to they took advantage of the University of Ibadan, and they claimed University of Ibadan students came out. The security people approached them, and the SUG leader said, no, these are not our students. These are some people that have put themselves together, being sponsored by one of the politicians, a presidential candidate. And the SUG president and the students and the university quickly, made it clear that they are not part of it. So we've been doing engagement. The security heads have informed the people. It is about winning the hearts and minds of the people. Non-kinetic approach so that it won't escalate. And that is why what happened this morning in front of the University of Ibadan was quickly nipped in the bud.
Well, you said a lot of things, but let's go back. The protests turned violent, and then this incident that almost happened at UI this very morning, according to you. Now, is there a cause for concern? Is there a reason to be concerned? Because today, I'm talking to you, Oyo is in focus, as much as we understand that there are issues across the country. But right now, Oyo is in focus. With these pockets of incidences coming up here and there in the state, especially Ibadan, is there a reason to be concerned ahead of February 25 and March the 11th?
No, not at all. Oyo is not in focus. The whole country is in focus. Everyone is beaten hard by what is happening. And I have access to intelligence report from security agencies. The whole country is in focus with regards to the issue of the Naira and the petrol. 3 states in the north have gone to court this morning. So why are those states not in focus? So there is
Mr. Washani, when I meant in focus, I meant it for this interview, actually, in case you didn't get that. I meant for this conversation, okay. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So your state, I will tell you that everything has been put in place. Like I mentioned, it is about approaching the situations with non-kinetic means, which has been working for us. The governor has also shown to be a responsible governor by, in the meantime, suspending his campaign. And of course, by also telling the people of the state, the areas where people are hindered is the issue of transportation. CCTC buses, the commercial buses of the state, had also been put out. They've mapped out the route for people to take for free without payment. That is about touching the hearts and minds of the people. And we believe that with the approach that is being used, engaging with the people, that and the proactive measures that have been put in place, that there won't be any reason for anyone to panic in Oyo State.
Mr. Oshane, just before you go, I'll let you go. Of course, former Commissioner of Police here in Lagos State, and you know that security is everybody's business. So just a quick question. How many stakeholders are involved in making sure that the state remains safe, coming from now, before, during, and after the elections?
All the security heads have been involved. INEC has been involved, in addition to the normal HISES, that is Interagency Committee on Security of Election. The security heads, up to the fire services people, they meet regularly now in order to give assurance to the people of Oyo State, even the electioneering, that the state is safe and that they're capable of securing the electioneering.
Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Oyo State, the special advisor to Governor Seyi Makinde on security and former commissioner of police here in Lagos State, Mr. Fatai Washani. Thank you for your time.